just to bring you up to speed on where we left off last time. We started off from the perspective of two semi-strangers, Alistair, the large and shiny-scaled dragonborn, and Vargo, the rough-around-the-edges fighter who had met up after an unfortunate run-in at the bar. After a week in town, we come to today. The two gentlemen, once being given a limited time stay for free pass at the second best inn, went in search of some work and some guidance. After asking around town, they were pointed out of the town towards the shack and residence of Thalen Franzwaddle, boy detective extraordinaire, and his trusty sidekick, Indra Stormbringer, a towering, soft-spoken Goliath. The group was then offered a high-paying job to acquire and return Fira's cherished dessert recipe. After some talk about whether the job was too good to be true, the group set out to search the town. After not being able to unlock Fira's house door, the group decided to check out the mysterious rumors. And that's where we start this episode of Point of Inspiration. Hey y'all, Clarabelle here. I'm very excited for you to be here. I know you had said this is your first time in a Rumors. So I guess I'll start off by telling you a little bit about how it works. The Rumors is basically I created Rumors to help out the adventuring crews that I seem to see going through different towns and different mercenary crews to help them find the items that they need to be successful on their adventures. So what Rumors is really for is, I mean, as you all walked in, either the four of you are complete strangers that happen to walk in at the same time, or you must be an adventuring crew, because I don't think I've ever seen a ragtag group of four different looking people in my life. And I work with adventuring crews. But pretty much all we got here are some drinks. Vargo, I know that you haven't sat down yet, so you don't have a drink in front of you, but you're welcome to sit whenever you'd like. And the drinks actually are a little expensive because of just kind of, it's like a down payment of being in here. So it's a gold for your first drink. But then the rest of the currency is just in information. So if you see this, we got drinks here. If you look at the background, behind you see it's just like a bar, has like the mirrors in the back and has just a giant wall of different drinks and things like that. So it's just me, the drinks, and then my book. And you see a giant book, like the biggest book that you've ever seen, just like pop out of nowhere and slam on the table. And you can tell it's very heavy just by the sound.
I will sit down at the bar.
Okay. As you sit down, chair makes it so you're like perfectly level at the bar. A mug pops up with your name on it, and just as Vargo, and it has your favorite drink in
it. Just a nice tart ale.
A tart ale. Got it.
Mixed with a little bit of turtle egg.
Turtle egg float.
Turtle egg float. There you go.
So basically we sit here and I guess I know a lot that's been going on because I have been a part of Rumors here. I've been around, and so I've heard a lot of different things from different people, different adventuring crews, and so I get like the first know about where some certain like magical items are. So what I was hoping to hear from the four of you is that I'm assuming you've been around the around the world, and just like if you've heard of any different items or maybe just different things about your lives or something that might point me in the right direction, that so the next adventuring crew that comes in here, I can point them in a direction towards something else. So, I mean, really, I just want to hear a little bit from you all if there's anything that you have out there, or just maybe something about you, because again, I have this giant book here, and it has a ton of stuff in here, but it's not all necessarily going to fit for where you all are at. Um, I guess to start off, like how long have you all been together?
3 days, 2 days,
Oh my, well,
fresh.
brand new. So guess y'all are just complete strangers.
They know each other.
I mean, yeah, we've seen each other a few times, but yeah, pretty new, I guess.
And what are you all doing in the town? I mean, I guess what I don't know much about you, I guess, and so I'm just trying to give you a little heads up. I know I have a young one, I see. So you're well, how old are you there, little one?
I assume that you're speaking to me.
Yes.
Well, Miss Clarabelle, I am 12 years old, and I believe that my crew here is being withholding because we are in the middle of an active investigation and are not at liberty to speak on details.
Oh my, what investigation? Well, I guess you can't tell me. Okay, so you all are working as detectives then?
Yes, ma'am.
You could say something like that, I guess.
That gives me a little bit of direction. I guess, well, you're always welcome to come on back if you'd like to talk more after your investigation, or at least keep an eye on what's out there in this town, because I'm brand new here, if you know, and I don't know much about this town either. So if you want to bring back some info on this town, maybe that way I can trade you for that kind of information, and I can maybe get you on your way towards some items that might help you in the future.
I have to say, I'm very intrigued, and after doing some research, I would be happy to come back with more information to trade with you. And then I kind of like motion over to Thalen, and I'm like, hey, Thalen, so do we want to ask her about the competition and any friction, or do we think that she probably doesn't know much because she's new, and we'll wait till we have the upper hand in information?
Well, this lady, I'm not 100% certain, but my hunch tells me that she's magic. And I think she might know more than she's letting on.
That's
so maybe we can ply her with some part truths and see if she'll give us some information about this competition.
Okay, yeah.
I want to look at Thalen's drink and see what it is.
It looks actually familiar to you. It's something that you've seen a lot growing up, and it is goat's milk.
Goat's milk?
With ice.
With ice? Iced milk. I knew you were a classy lad.
Mm-hmm. Stir.
So I look over to Clarabelle and I say, well, we're curious. We've heard around town that they hold a dessert competition around here. Do you know anything about that?
I have heard of the dessert festival,
or a baking competition, something like that.
Yeah, I know it's a festival. It's like a whole week-long thing. It's not. I know that it is not anytime soon. But yeah, again, I don't know much about Sundabar. I only know really about the festival because it's so well known and popular. People come from all over the place. I've never been here before myself.
Okay. Well, it is good to know what you have in store for us, and the drink is delightful here, so I can definitely see myself coming back at some point. But I don't know if we have a lot of information to trade for you right now. It seems that both of us are at a loss for what to offer each other, and maybe we can come back some other time and when we both have done a little bit more gathering of information. Because I find myself very intrigued by these magical items that you speak of.
Oh yes, I have a litany of many different items that I think would be perfect for adventurers like you. Again, I don't know too much about you, but the book tells all. So whenever y'all ready, switching over voices there. Whenever y'all ready, I would happily be able to talk with you about that. So
what do you mean book knows all?
Well, I mean, the book here, this is my book, and it's all the information that I've gathered from all these other people, adventuring crews, and basically I've kind of kept it all in here, and the book will be able to it has thousands and thousands of items. Basically, I just want to get to know you so I can aim you in the right direction towards the right ones.
Sounds like a pretty cool book.
It is quite the book.
All right, well.
I do.
Okay, well, come on by anytime. I apologize. It's kind of a steep price for one drink. I was hoping to get you a little bit more. I know it's just a drink, but
is it going to be the same price when we come back, or do we have the first round price out of the way?
You know, since you all are, go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
19.
While he's doing this, can I kind of turn my head away and peer through Tidrin's eyes and see if anything interesting has been happening over at Fira's house?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say again, you're my first customer. You come on back, and then the next round will be on me. But I would highly recommend that we get some information going back and forth because that is what I deal with.
I push back my chair and I stand up. I didn't drink anything, and then I walk out.
Okay, bye.
We're still working on her. She's not as much of a talker. Anyway, and I kind of just chug the rest of my drink. That is the first time I've had the Frost Giant's ale in quite some time, and it's quite delicious, I have to say. And I plop my mug down on the bar.
Well, I am glad to hear it. I'm quite the bartender, but looking forward to our next meeting.
I finish mine and walk out.
I go out to make sure that I don't lose sight of Indra just wandering off.
Before I leave, I try and finish my drink also and get a couple glugs off and then spill a lot on my shirt. And I go, so, Miss Clarabelle?
Yes.
What kind of information would you be interested in, particularly?
Information about towns, information about if you've heard of any items. Again, I deal mostly in when I sell things, information about magical items. Many times it's the adventurers that have heard of them themselves, hence the name rumors. Otherwise, it's if you just tell me a little bit about different areas. I do a lot of travel on my own to find items and to try and find these rumors myself. I don't just leave all the work to all of you adventuring crews, but yeah, it's information is going to be helpful no matter what kind of information I get. I really just want to sit down and have a chat and try and help you all out.
Okay, wonderful, Miss Clarabelle. And I understand your business model here, I think, but let me leave you a tip before I leave. And I kind of slide over the scroll and I point at it and I go, practical research is going to be 1 gold plus our per diem. I just wanted to let you know before we come back. Okay, bye. And I leave.
She's smiling and laughing and appreciative of a different age group than she's used to.
Miners in a bar.
Tim, when you looked through Tidrin's eyes, go ahead and make a perception check with his.
Okay. So he has keen senses. So
True.
that's a 16.
Okay, so I mean, you only glance. I'm assuming, like you.
Yeah,
don't-
just a quick peek to see if anyone's walking around or anything. I didn't want to like make it obvious to her, so I kind of turned my head away.
So basically, you don't see much going on. There's nothing crazy happening. I would say you probably saw the gentleman that you opened the door to check with about Fira. You seen him walking around, but it's his front yard.
Okay. So just the neighbor kind of hanging out.
Yep.
Okay. So I kind of go over to Tidrin. I kind of go over to Thalen and I'm like, hey, so what do you think about maybe giving that door another try? I feel like if our key's not going to work, we need to get in there and figure out what's going on.
I like the way you think. Run extraction, and I run to the door. And I try and open it with my thieves' tools.
Okay.
Did he say distraction?
Yeah, he said distraction.
I'm gonna start wrestling with one of you.
You're,
I want to see you try to wrestle, Indra.
I'm just gonna like attack her and see.
With your sword?
No, like wrestling. Like make a
Okay.
scene, not like
go
slay you.
ahead
I'm
and-
gonna walk over to you, Thalen, and I'm gonna cast guidance on you to try to
Ooh.
see if we can help you out
So
there.
the two of you, I guess, go ahead and make a grappling. So
So you see me kind of pull my gloves on tight, and I have these black scale gloves with teal gems on the back of them, and on one of them I touch my hand on your back, and it glows for a second, and you get an extra D4 on your roll.
athletics.
18.
So as
Well.
Vargo, there's two of them
I'm gonna
by the
yell
door.
a
You
lot.
two are kind of like rumbling around, and mostly it's like Indra, like she's way bigger than you.
Yeah.
And so she's just kind of like palming your forehead, like as you're like kind of trying to like grapple, like it's like a wrestling match, and you're just like you're dancing around each other, and Indra just wants nothing to do with you. So,
I imagine that she more just stands there and lets him like try to lift or try to attack.
This is how I hurt my back.
And he's just standing there.
I'm gonna yell a lot too to create a distraction.
Sounds good. So you all, I'm assuming you all went back to.
I assumed we were there because
gotcha.
Yeah,
Thalen.
we kind of like walked into that
Yeah.
general area,
Okay.
and then Thalen was like, "Run a distraction," and then just like.
So you see the gentleman that's next door, like he probably is like kind of looking at you all oddly, just because you're doing something weird out in front of his house. And go ahead, did you, Thalen, make a proficiency plus dexterity?
I did, and it's a good thing that I had guidance on that. It'll be a proficiency plus dexterity, right? 13.
Yes.
13.
13. You are getting. You can feel that you're in there and you're in the right spots, but it's just not being opened up with your thieves' tools. The door is still locked shut.
Well, Deputy Alistair, it appears that good Lady Fira has something to hide because she's created an impenetrable lock.
And we already tried the key. Huh.
That leaves one option left. Deputy Indra,
Yeah?
I think we need to use some force on this door.
You know.
I'm gonna come over and talk to the neighbor and just like try to distract him while they're doing that.
I know it's up to you what we do, and I think it might be best if we go find Fira. I don't like this.
Oh, I thought there was going to be another part after Find Fira. An excellent suggestion, Deputy. Off to Fira.
Okay. So when I hear him yell, I'm just gonna like veer off. Like I was gonna go talk to the neighbor, but I guess not. So and I kind of like give Tidrin a little nod from the roof so that like after we're clear, he can kind of take off and come back, make a circuitous route, not like obvious that he was hiding on the roof to anybody.
Gotcha. Okay, so where'd it all go?
The market.
Well, let's just have everyone roll investigation.
Does anyone know where the market is? Should have sworn. Investigation?
Yeah.
1.
23.
Oh,
Ah!
nice, because that was like a 7 for me.
Okay, so I would say
I'm like,
the way that this kind of goes is that like you're all talking about where the market's at, and then all of a sudden Thalen just goes off, and you all start following him, and he, with his ability to deduce very well, he's realizing he's seeing streets and figuring out that the different streets are getting bigger as you go farther east. And he's thinking as a market, probably wide streets with a bunch of things on the sides. And so he's been there maybe once before, but really he's just deducing what would make sense for where a market's at. And so
What a smart
you
guy.
all follow along with Thalen, and you come to a very wide street with a bunch of just like people. It's almost like a market, like a Saturday market with people just kind of like around. It's not super busy or anything like that, but there are people just selling random trinkets here and there.
I peer above the crowd to see if I can see Fira's head. I pull the Kyle riddle in a crowded bar.
Go ahead.
19. Perception 22.
Pretty good.
You get a good look at, and you don't see fear.
Hmm.
Do we know anyone else that knows Fira?
I can't remember where she said she would be. I know she was going to be out of the house all day, but I can't remember where she said she was going to go.
Okay. I would say you all probably remember like the 3 things that Fira talked about. One was her house. And that's where the recipe was last before it was taken. That she had said that there were new travelers that talk is that they're not the best people, and she's worried about them. And then her uncle Jix is another lead that she had mentioned wanting to win.
I wrote other newcomers 12. Were there 12 newcomers, or is there just a reason that I had that number nearby?
Fira's exact words were there were 3 handfuls.
3 handfuls. Okay. So maybe that
Someone
was just
asked
my
what
guess.
a handful is. I might
Yeah,
ask.
that was my guess about what a handful was.
Well, I don't think that she's here. I thought I remembered her. She would be here, but
Do we know where Jix would be? Her
no.
uncle?
Unfortunately, we don't even know what he looks like.
We know his name. We can just yell it.
We do know his name.
Then we've got 2 pretty tall people.
Do I
Are
just
you
yell
tall?
his name?
How tall is a dragonborn?
Yeah, I'm
6'8".
decently tall.
Like 7 feet tall, 6'8",
Like,
something
yeah,
like that.
like 6'11", 6'10".
I'm 7'2".
Still shorter than Indra, but
Yeah. All right. Well, what if we just like yell Jix? Is there anything bad that's gonna happen if we do that?
I mean, it will kind of let him know that we're looking for him, and that could be positive or negative based on our investigation. But
I thought he was gonna help us, or was he? Was he
a
possibly
potential
hit?
suspect.
Oh, well,
But we can
we're
still
not
do it.
sneaking up on anybody. I'll tell you that.
That's fair. Well, be my guest. Go ahead and yell as loud as you can.
Should I do it? What do you think, Thalen?
About yelling for our prime suspect?
Yeah, you're the
At,
detective,
at this moment, it would be inadvisable. Look at all of the places to hide amongst the crowd.
right?
we-
But he doesn't
Could we
know
maybe
that he's a
talk
suspect.
to people and schmooze? Could I like walk around and maybe just like chat it up with people, ask the locals about Uncle Jix, and just kind of try to casually bring up his name, see if they know where he is?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
And
So I go up to like nearby gentleman or mistress.
Yeah. Are you
and I'm
all just following him, or are you all going and spreading?
I feel like we should spread out and canvass the area.
I'm following Thalen.
Is there like a specific commodity that's produced in Sundabar that would be obvious?
Not that you've kind of so far. It's just more of like they get import exports for random different stuff. There's not really any like farming or anything like that. It's more of I mean, there's money being transferred, and there are people with things, but you can't tell if they're from around here or if they came in from somewhere else to the market or what.
Are there like styles set up, or is it like you have to go into buildings to sell and trade stuff?
On this street, it's just like people are kind of set up with what they have. There,
Okay.
you know, as you walked around following Indra and throughout the week that you've been here before, you've probably seen, you know, there are definitely store fronts and stores around, but Market Street is more. It's like an Etsy on streets.
Okay. Okay. So I walk up to a nearby gentleman, and I'm just kind of like, so I've heard pardon me, I'm from out of town, but I've heard a lot about a gentleman that is supposedly in the running for the dessert competition this year. He goes by the name of Jix, and I was just curious to meet him. I've heard good things, and I'm curious about the upcoming competition, and I wanted to know more. And I rolled a 21 on persuasion.
Oh, hello there, sir. Yes, I know of Jix. I've never met the man myself, but he lives in town here. I think he lives somewhere on the south side of town. He definitely is a fairly good chef. I hear that he's come in runner up a couple of times behind Olfira. When we do the dessert festival here yearly. But yeah, I never met the man myself. I know that he goes around the south side of Sundabar, but I know that he's related to Olfira. But that's all I really got about him.
Do you know any distinguishing features? If I'm in search of him, I'm just looking for try to find him, and I can go search the south side of town, but I kind of know and wondering what I'm looking for as far as his looks.
I mean, I don't know. All I know is hearsay from people talking about him because, again, I've never seen him. But I do know that he's I would assume he's a larger fellow, but
Human or
yes, human. He's
okay.
a human, and he's nothing not a dragonborn like yourself. I know he's from around here. He kind of looks like the rest of us, I would say. And the people that you see
Understood.
around, the people that you see around are, mostly like tan skin. It's a little bit colder now, so people are kind of bundled up. It's nice out, but it's brisk, so people are wearing warm clothing. So
Okay. And what area of town was Old Fira's house?
Olfira was in, you would probably say, like in the northwestern quadrant.
No, what wasn't okay. Because I was gonna say I don't know if we asked the name of the neighbor. I'm gonna feel real dumb if it's if the neighbor was Uncle Chicks. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your help. I appreciate it. What was your name again, sir?
My name was Taryn.
Taryn. Nice to meet you, Taryn.
Nice to meet you as well. And your name, sir?
Alistair.
Come back to Market Street whenever you get a chance. We got a lot of good stuff here, and he like kind of points behind him. He's got like a bunch of like homespun blankets and things like that behind him. So I know it's coming up on the colder weather coming up here. So if you're ever interested in any blankets or warmer weather gear, just come on by.
Excellent. Great. Glad to know. Thank you very much, Taryn.
Should we go back to rumors and ask her about Jix? She would know.
I mean, we could try. Do you guys have any information to offer her? I mean, we haven't really discovered anything, but
I mean, we could.
She's looking for secrets
She's
and
looking
the
for
like.
trades. Well, we could offer to tell her our mission if she can help us with it.
She said she didn't know much about the town.
Did Alistair, did you ask her about the competition at all? She just said she'd heard of it, huh? She doesn't know much about it. Is that right?
Maybe we can use this time to gather some information, take back to her.
Yeah, we could just ask people questions and figure out what we get.
I wonder who the most popular merchant here is.
I bet we could look around and figure out where the most business is happening.
Any popular merchants sticking out? Long lines?
I would say like the biggest crowd is eastern side down the street.
Looks like there's a lot of people over there.
There's a guy. Yeah, go ahead.
We could go down there, all the way, see way down there in the end.
Let's go.
All right, I'll race you. I'm gone. I left.
I'm racing him for sure.
Okay.
What's
I'll
your
just kind of like
speed
jog
thing?
afterwards.
Oh, what's my movement speed?
Yeah.
30. Yeah.
30.
Okay, go ahead. Both of you make just a straight. We'll say either athletics or acrobatics, whatever you choose.
8.
16.
Yeah, I would say because he's smaller, he's able to.
Yeah, he's
people
quicker.
and-
I'd probably run into a few people and give up.
Yeah, you probably got to hit him off the front, but
Yeah.
he came up and beat you to it. And as you guys come up, Indra and Alistair kind of bringing up the rear.
I want to make sure he sees me like walking at the end, like trying to act like I wasn't trying, even though I was definitely trying. It's like, oh, it's just for fun. I don't care.
You said you were racing.
But
I'm not running, to be clear.
It wasn't that far. So.
All right. What's all this? What does it look like?
Gentleman that's very tall, nice clothing, like kind of has a top hat on and is kind of pointing people to different, see him pointing to different like jewelry, and it's more fashion wear in like where he's at. And it's, as the other shops and everything are more just like, pieces of wood they put together to like hang their stuff on. This one is a little bit bigger, and it's kind of like, it almost looks like the scraps of wood that have been a house before, but not really. It's just like an overhang, and he's just like wrapped a bunch of stuff on top of it and made it look really pretty. And so he's kind of like directing people towards different clothing and jewelry.
Oh my god. Did you see his hat?
Do you want it?
You should see if he will sell you one just like it.
Ah,
He'll sell you that hat.
I need to speak to this man.
I like it.
I try and approach him casually.
So awkwardly though.
Yeah. Yeah, like casually, but like trying to really
But like a
hide how excited I
12-year-old
am
trying
about
to be casual around adults casual.
Okay, he finishes up talking, turns around and sees you coming up to him, and
Probably like awkwardly leaning against the wall, like
hello, young one. How are you? Welcome. What can I direct you to? We have plenty of clothing here. We know that the winter is coming. We got plenty of earrings and necklaces and rings. And what can I get for you, young sir?
Well, my name's Stanley Francois, boy detective extraordinaire.
Hello, Phelan. My name is Den.
Den?
Den.
Den.
Okay. So, Mr. Den, do you have a child section?
I don't have a section limited just for children, but I do. It's arranged small and large sections here. I guess the smaller section would be probably over in this direction, and he like kind of like gets you through a bunch of different people and like points you in a direction where it's got it's closed, but it's just smaller.
There's a roof on.
Oh yeah, it's like an overhang, like a
canopy
big.
stuff?
Yeah.
I'm outside.
Mr. Den,
Yes, young one.
may I ask you a personal question?
Of course. What can I do for you, young Phelan?
Where did you find your hat?
As he brings it closer, it's got like a little ring of like kind of glittery. It's not like big jewels or anything like that, but it's definitely like a glittery like tube around the bottom part of the hat. And he says to you, this one that I got for you, I actually got from the Capitol. I got it from the Capitol, from our store front in Dragonsbane. And I've had this one for, I want to say almost 6 or 7 years now.
Mr. Den, I need a hat like that.
The hat that I take around.
I need
need
this
a hat?
hat. Well, one that fits my head.
Well, I don't think we sell anything of this make here in Sundabar at the moment because of the weather and he like looks over and like all like the hat section, it's like beanies and things that like cover the ears or like go over the whole head because it's like they're getting closer to
The Russian style hat with the
Yeah,
flaps.
exactly. Yeah. It's nice clothing that they have there, but he's wearing nicer clothing than what they sell.
Dan,
Yes, Thalen.
how much is your hat?
I
It
love
is
the
not
look
for-
on his face. Right?
You have a good heart, little Thalen. I wish I could sell this to you, but again, I've grown accustomed to having this hat. I've had it for 6 or 7 years.
I'm
can't
gonna.
really sell this to you.
Can I come up behind Thalen right now?
Oh, you merchant man.
Mr. Den.
Are you? Is this your father, Thalen?
I'm his assistant, actually.
Yes,
Assistant.
He's
he's my personal haberdasher.
I don't. We'll have to talk about that title, but that's
Young business owner. I love it.
operating under that title will work for now.
Well, Thalen Jr., what can I do for you?
I don't think I like that.
Oh, I apologize. That was just
Young Master Thalen requires your hat, and I was curious if there was a price. And I know as a businessman, there is always a price.
Well, my personal haberdasher here, Mr. Vargo.
Vorg.
Mr. Vargo, how much would you appraise this hat's worth?
May I see it, sir?
I'm worried if I get it to you, I won't be back.
I am a haberdasher of the highest regard, and I would never dream of stealing your belongings. Simply wish to inspect it to quote a fair price.
Gentlemen, I need to get back to work. I appreciate your.
I'm gonna take out my purse.
The jig is up.
The jig is up. There was a jig. Oh shit!
He's not a haberdasher.
Oh, that got me.
But
That was
sir,
the jig.
we won't steal your hat.
I would never
but-
steal your hat.
I need 2 hats. I need them to be the same color as your hat, and I need them both.
Do you make clothes to order, sir?
Well, we do have from the capital and from bigger stores that have more things, and the hat that I got that I have here would probably be from there. So, I mean, the next time that the Tinkers and Travelers come back with the next set of clothes, I can ask for a runner to go tell them to bring hats of this caliber. I didn't know this would be a place for this finery.
How
this is a
how
very
many
funny
days
hat.
travel are those? Is Avalon in the capital?
I'd say Avalon 4 days travel with a cart, and I haven't traveled to the capital in a while, probably about a week.
Well, how long? When do you expect your next?
The runner would have to get information and the stuff and then come back, so it would be a week and a half, 2 weeks at best.
What do
I
you think,
apologize,
Sam?
young man. I didn't know that these hats were
We
in
could
silence
just
on the
find our
bar.
way to Avalon and see if they've got some. I'm sure there'd be many mysteries there that we could also help solve.
Well, we kind of already took one so far that
Well,
we've made
right.
0 progress on.
Well, no sunk cost.
Thalen, I just want to let you know,
Just give up.
you're a great young man. Currently, that you're wearing is excellent. And if you are looking for a hat more similar to what you have here, and he like kind of shows some straw hats that are like kind of in the back behind all of the like winter stuff. If you are looking something for other hats, then this might be the way that you look. But if you have any other specific questions about things, I'll come back before you two head out and check and make sure if you want me to send for those hats.
Actually, Mr. Den, I have 2 specific questions.
What can I do for you, Thalen?
Mr. Den,
Yes.
which is the most popular hat amongst the locals?
Well, you see this one right here, and it's like got like one where it's got like a loop that goes kind of around. It's got little strings and little dangly poof balls at the bottom.
Great.
Their best seller here.
I grab that and then I say, Mr. Den, you were talking about folks coming into town and things like that. I don't know if you've seen any people come in recently, but what's their favorite hat?
people who have come in recently, I would say, we've been stationed here for about a week and a half now. So since then, the people that I've seen come in haven't really been the sort to be in the marketplace. They're not fine young men like yourself, if I were to say.
Hmm. Where would I find not fine young men like myself?
I mean, there are bars that the people hang out in. I think there's two that I know of in Sundabar that are worth checking. The Buffalo Bar and the second best inn.
The Buffalo Bar.
Excellent. And how much for the straw hat? Or the fluffy hat? The local
This
hat?
stuff we had here, that'll run you.
There you go. And I give him 3 gold pieces.
And you have now a nice warm hat.
This is really off topic. I'm so sorry, but there's something I forgot to mention about how my character looks. She has face tattoos. Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Like a little teardrop?
Yep. She's murdered so many men.
I believe it.
And spider webs and
No, like those weird like Goliath.
Cool.
Just
No
Urukai.
emojis.
Just Urukai.
Oh, just the white hand. That's so
Yeah,
dope. I think
just-
that's what we all get to be in Thalen's club.
Yeah.
We all get
There's
a
not a lot.
little white mini Thalen handprint on our cheek.
Dog paw print. Okay, that's all. I'm sorry to derail.
No, that's good detail.
Why did we want to look for the busy spot in the market again? Do you remember?
We were trying to find information, and I think we've got some actually.
Well, we know where to find the other rascals.
Yeah, if we want to
Most
look
likely.
into those newcomers, we could ask. We've already been to the second best inn.
So it's got to be the Buffalo Bar.
Leela might know some people there, and if not, we can go to the Buffalo Bar.
Mm-hmm. And we learned how long it'll take to get a fancy hat.
I'm still baffled by this key that we were given to a house that it doesn't open.
A very suspicious key.
Why? I think that Ulfira might.
I think this key
Wait.
makes Fira the most suspicious person that we've actually encountered so far.
Do you think we're trying to steal someone else's recipe?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You
But
think that?
the neighbor confirmed that was Fira's house. That's what I don't understand.
What if the person we talked to wasn't Fira?
That's what I think.
Yeah, that would be a thing. But why would they give us a false key?
To pretend like it's her house.
We did
Assuming that we would break in.
We almost did. Yeah.
twice.
Well, I didn't say we were smart,
No,
but that doesn't mean that that's actually.
it almost worked.
I mean, to be honest, if the neighbor hadn't been there, I probably would have just tried to break the door down.
Yeah.
Well,
But I don't think I've been here
Do we remember what Fira looks like, right?
Yeah.
We
yes.
don't know anyone else to ask what Fira looks like to compare reality to what.
We asked the neighbor, I thought.
Well, you could ask the neighbor what Fira looks like. That's a good call. And see
I
if it
think
matches.
we appear pretty suspicious to the
Yeah.
neighbor already.
Yeah.
I kind
We
of
could
think
wrestle
we've-
and distract him again. That went well.
Yeah, I
No.
don't know. I'm trying to decide if. I mean, it's up to you guys, but I think maybe even if we pursue these newcomers, I don't know where we're going to go with it. Even if we find them, what are we going to do?
Yeah, that's a good lead for a mission that we don't have yet.
If it gets dark, I'm breaking down that door. I'm just.
No.
You all should probably remember Fira was going to meet you.
She said
back
she was
in
going to
her
come back
house
late in the evening time, right?
at like 7. So you got a couple hours.
Yeah.
okay. There is one small thing we might be able to try,
What?
and it might be a 2 birds, 1 stone situation. What if Uncle Jix has a key to her house? If he does, him letting us in might provide valuable information. If he had a key, it would be very easy for him to break in.
That is true. Do we have any good suspicion about where we can find him at this point?
The south side of town.
I feel like if we just have Thalen running around alone asking around where his Uncle Jinx lives, someone will help him out.
That is a
don't
good
need to be alone.
idea.
Well, he won't be
An
alone.
excellent
we'll have
suggestion.
we'll have 2 7-foot people around the corner ready to handle some folks if need be.
All right. I like this idea. I think this is a good way to start.
I like this a lot also.
Can I have everyone just really quickly make an intelligence roll? Straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
16.
Also 16.
17.
18.
Oh, we're smart boys.
You all, it comes to your thought process while you're thinking through this idea that if Ulfira is old and Jix is her uncle, then Jix's son is not going to be Thalen's age.
We'll go grandson. Or great grandson.
That's true. We could probably play off the grandchild thing.
Grandpa Jix.
Good catch, crew.
All right, let's head.
That was all in.
Head of town.
She saved
she
us on
rolled
that
an
one.
18, so we'll save this.
I will say for expediency's sake, Thalen running around asking for his grandpa, great uncle, whatever, Jix. It probably takes like 25 minutes or so, and someone points you in the right direction. It's on the south side of the town, but yeah, you get pointed in the right direction, and you come up to
Okay.
this very average-looking house that you have been told is Jix's house.
Who should talk to him? I don't think it's a good move to have all 4 of us up there. I think that's intimidating.
Not me.
I mean, Thalen is our lead investigator.
Thalen is the lead investigator, but he might. Who's going to accompany him?
I mean, you two probably are going to have the best at not raising eyebrows.
All right.
All
All
I
right.
guess Indra and I will just hang back a bit.
The muscle.
What? So
Brawn.
we're gonna like back off a little bit, and I'm gonna talk to Indra for a second. So you've said a grand total of about 12 words since I met you, and I'm just curious, like, what you're doing here and what your plan is.
Oh, I'm working with Thalen.
Well, I gathered that. I just, you kind of keep it close to the vest, but I'm curious what you're trying to do. You got your armor you've acquired from not sure where, and you're just definitely not from around here, and I'm curious.
Well, I'm on a pilgrimage to tell people about my God.
Okay.
And the temple gave me this armor.
Oh, okay. So how many people have you actually told about your goddess?
Well, not a lot of people.
Okay.
It's hard when they won't let me talk about her inside the city.
Oh. So they're a little bit reluctant to let you kind of preach.
Yeah, but I would tell you about her if you would.
I would actually. I'm very curious.
I don't know if now is good or
I guess we should probably keep an eye on the shorter ones, but maybe.
Damn it. Cameron and I still are the shorter ones. God damn it.
It didn't even occur to me until a little bit ago. It's crazy.
I haven't.
well, if you just remind me, I would be happy to tell you.
Yeah, later tonight. That sounds good.
And as you knock, gentleman opens the door. That
How old is he?
he looks
Fit
about.
the bill.
Well,
Old as butts.
he's not older than Ophir. He's probably like in his maybe late 50s. Sleek face, dark, same skin tone.
A little big beard.
Sleek and well groomed. Got very almost silver, slick back hair. No beard or anything. Tan. Hello, what can I do for you?
Hi, are you Uncle Jix?
I swear, are you Fira's friends?
Friend? No.
Well, I swear, she calls me Uncle Jix. I'm 20 years younger. I don't understand.
Oh,
Jix. I am not her Uncle Jix. I am just Jix. Just call me Jix.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I'm pushing it off on you. I apologize. What can I do for you there?
Well, actually, I mean, it's a little awkward. I talked to Fira's neighbor, and he said you were Uncle Jix, and he said that you could help open the door because I threw my ball in the window.
Yeah, I take care of Fira. I check in on her a lot, so yeah, I could get you in. I mean, usually I don't have a key. Is the only thing she has one, but I mean,
She only has one key.
she only has one key. Yeah, she kind of weird that way.
Wait, but you said you take care of her, so how do you take care of her if you don't have a key?
She's always home whenever I come to check up on her.
What if she falls down and she can't get up?
Oh, well, Fira is much sturdier than you'd think.
Hmm. Well, can I get my ball back?
Well, I mean, he like looks at the outside. She should be home coming up pretty soon here. I mean, I would go. You could go check on your own.
We can.
I can go
think
with
we
you
can
if you'd
handle
like.
it, Thalen.
I don't have a key, unfortunately. I mean, I would say your best bet's probably to wait for her. I can't believe you came all the way over
It's
here.
a really special ball.
I was just a little. I was a little rushed because it's getting late and I'm really hungry. I don't know if you have any like pie or anything that might be a dessert.
I will cook you some food if your Fira's friends come on in.
Excellent.
I am shocked and appalled, but I'm going with it.
We're just kind of like,
Yeah, I'm gonna turn as we walk in and close the door and just be like to them.
Maybe now is a good time for you to talk about her.
I'm like, was this according to plan or not according to plan?
I don't like this.
This
He's bad, right?
I'm a little concerned. Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, let's just stay close by and I guess try to pay attention. I'm gonna like send a quick message out to Tidrin and just tell him to go back to Fira's house and just kind of watch because I want to see when she comes home.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, come on in. I'll happily make you some food quick. And he's got a nice kitchen. Like it's the biggest part of his house. It's not a big house, not a super nice house. Got a good kitchen. And he's like really quickly gets to work and starts like cooking up something super quick.
Jix, what's your specialty?
I would say I'm more of a. I mean, me and Fira go back and forth. I don't know. I mostly just like cooking in general. I think that bringing people together is part about.
Are you the same Jix we've heard about who competes in the the contest every year?
Yeah, I never won, but Fira makes an excellent dessert, and she also puts more time and more.
Just like me when I race this guy.
Yeah, are you two related?
Yeah, we're distant cousins.
Distant cousins.
Yeah, you look similar.
Yeah, his mom is my mom's half sister.
In-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Uncle Jix.
Just
Jix. I think.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Jix.
Yeah, that should do it.
How much longer do you think dinner will be?
It should be only a couple more minutes.
Oh, okay. I get up real close to him and I go, I really need to boom boom. Do you have a bathroom?
Yeah, it's
You're
just
gonna
down
leave me
there
in here, you
into the.
stupid douche.
Okay. As soon as I turn around the
It's gonna go
corner, I
just
want to
drop
try
a
and
double
start
decker.
hiding.
He's gonna hide?
Yeah, I want to hide.
Go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Okay.
I guess I gotta make my first roll. Because I didn't think to think up what Jix's perception is.
Okay, stealth.
I can't imagine he has much more perception than like per se a farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got
I know one
19 stealth.
What about a sneaky baker?
Okay.
Sneaky
You
baker.
don't think that he knows where you're at.
He
okay.
probably thinks you're in the bathroom.
I'm gonna do a quick look around. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is like open and close the bathroom door, obviously.
Obviously. So,
And
Jix,
then-
what do you? I'm just making conversation
Got it.
for the record.
I want to try and look around if there's like if I could find a bedroom and if there's like a chest or anything that he would keep personal items in.
Yeah, you probably see he's got a bed. It's just a natural room. You don't have to make a roll or anything. For the most part, there's a bedside table. You can tell he lives alone. There's mostly you would think is his. He's got like a chest kind of at the foot of the bed that might be for like clothing and stuff like that, but nothing too conspicuous. So.
Okay. Can I look in the chest and see if there's like I don't know, like a recipe or anything in there, maybe?
Go ahead and make an investigation.
Okay. Well, that'll be
Boy detective, boy detective, boy
an
detective.
18.
There it is.
Okay, so you're searching through the chest, and it's got like jackets in there, and it's got like a bunch of different compartments and things like that. And one of them looks like a smaller chest that has like maybe rings and things in there, but that has like a little tiny lock on it. It's something that you could probably just like break open or something. It's not got like a key necessarily. It's just like it's locked shut. So there's that, and then there's some jackets and some clothes. No like paper or anything. No, nothing like that.
Okay. I exit the bedroom and I open the bathroom door, and I come out and I go, "Oh, don't go in there!" And then I close the door real quick, and I walk back over and I sit down with Vargo.
He brings you up some like South American type food with I don't know, it's like really quickly made paella with eggs in it.
Okay.
Whoa.
Is it good?
It's delicious. It's super.
This is
tasty.
really good, Jix.
Thank you. I like being able to cook for people. I mean, I live alone, and so that's why I like to go check in with Fira and we have dinner a lot together because I try and take care of her, and it also lets me cook, and I get to see my niece.
Your niece.
You seem like you don't like your niece, mister.
You've met her. She's just a handful. I've kind of the last person that's related to her in town, so I am stuck kind of cleaning up after her messes and things like that a lot. So she gives me a hard time about a lot of things too. I guess technically I'm her uncle, but like I said, it's just.
So you are Uncle Jix.
Yes, I am Uncle Jix. I just
Understandable.
have to deal with a lot of stuff coming from Fira.
Fair.
Well, I mean, maybe she's so old she forgets where she lives, and that's why she's gone all day. You say she's pretty forgetful.
I mean, she's got a pretty good mind on her. I wouldn't say that she's that forgetful. Again, like I said, she's been doing her dessert recipe. It's the same recipe for a long time, so she hasn't forgotten that.
Well, I mean, you're such a good cook. I mean, this is really tasty. Like, Cousin Vargo, Grandma doesn't make good food like this, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, she makes rice and beans and that's it.
Yeah. Maybe, do you think you could, like, show me a recipe that I could bring home to her?
No, do you want him to show you like a dessert or like a meal? What are you thinking there?
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, because she never makes dessert. Do you have any
she only
dessert
does that.
recipes?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I do. I'll get you a good recipe. That sounds good.
You could just copy it down. We don't even need to take it.
Not really how it works here. And he goes into like one of his, what is it? Cupboards, opens the thing up, it's got like a little, like, it looks like a chest almost. He opens it up and there's like maybe
Rolodex?
10 rings.
Of 10 rings
that are in there, and he plucks one out and he's like, here's one. And he hands you a ring.
like a ring
Like a ring.
What?
that goes on your finger.
Yeah.
And you wear it.
You want to try it on?
What'll it do?
It's the recipe.
Do you know what this is, Tyler?
Sorry,
Dan, do
what
you
was
know do you know what's happening right now?
that? Do I know what's happening right now?
It's a recipe. Just put the ring on.
All right. Pop it on.
He puts the ring on.
New character.
You're a pie.
And in your head, you just start to feel the urge to, and you go up to his countertop and like you're sitting there with the ring on, and it is like a magical pull to start making a recipe for homemade mint chocolate chip ice cream. And you know all the stuff that needs to happen, and you know how to make it just by putting the ring on.
I'm just gonna let this ride.
Yeah, go ahead and try
Making
it out.
some ice cream.
I mean, mint chocolate
I know
chip
how long
ice
it's
cream,
gonna take me. I've got
Okay.
the ring on.
Oh,
like 45 minutes.
Do you think we have 45 minutes, Thalen? I can make some dope ice cream right now.
yeah. Actually, can you hold that thought? My stomach feels really bad. Mr. Jix, was there any eggs in this?
Yes, there were.
Oh,
That
God.
was the egg part.
Just stay right. Oh, I'm gonna have a accident, and I run off back to the bathroom.
I'm gonna loudly make mint chocolate
Can I
chip ice
Can I
cream.
roll another stealth check?
Yeah.
Well,
Can I
that'll
assist
be.
him by loudly making ice cream? Making loud noises and
No,
okay.
sorry.
Okay. I'm making ice cream anyway while he's doing his
Got it.
boom boom.
That's a 21 on stealth.
Okay.
I'm gonna run straight back to that cupboard, or to that chest. And you said there was a little box in there for rings and things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and open it.
Okay, go ahead. Let's just make a straight dex check.
Oh, 7.
Okay, you do open it, but it does break off a piece of like what together.
Wait, a piece of what holds it together?
Like what keeps it closed. Yeah.
Like you can't lock
Shit.
it
Okay, well,
anymore.
what's in it?
So it's got a bunch of different jewelry. Like it's not really well organized. It's just got like it's got some like bracelets, some rings in there. It's got like an earring or two. Not that many, but that's pretty much all. It's just a jewelry box.
I broke it.
You did break it.
Fuck. Oh God. Okay. I take it. I try and hide it.
Why?
How big is it? Is it hideable?
I put it under my hat.
Your new hat?
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it fit under the hat? Is it like, could he actually put it on his head? Are you proficient in disguises?
I believe that I am, but unfortunately, the sheet that I printed cut off the bottom, so I'm gonna have to look it up real quick, and I apologize.
Okay, no worries.
Can't believe you're stealing a jewelry box under your hat.
I broke the box. I don't know. What do you do?
Just leave it there. He won't know what happened until we're way gone, and he'll
Put
still
on
think you're
all
just
the
pooping.
jewelry and see if any one of them is magic.
Oh,
That's
the
what
old
I would've
Dennis
done.
Lutz theft classic.
Okay, so the PDF that I have in my Google Drive is on the bottom, apparently. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say no. No, I am not proficient.
I don't know what the best thing to roll here is, but I think sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand makes sense to me. That'll be a grand 13.
Okay.
I slam the door, or I slam open the door and close it again for the bathroom on my way back out, and I go, "Okay, cousin Vargo, and Uncle Jix, I'm really sorry. I blew it up. I need to go real quick. But thank you for the egg stuff. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about my food allergy. I always kind of forget. Goodbye." And I walk out.
Bye. And he eyes you suspiciously.
I guess we're leaving.
It's fine. Just I'll clean up. It's
Okay. Here's your
I'm used to
recipe
it.
back.
Uh,
Thanks.
yeah.
I run straight to Indra.
I'm gonna like do like one or two really quick cleanup things before I run away.
Thank you. I clean up after her all the time.
I understand.
I know you. Go ahead. Go get your cousin.
I
It's
better
fine.
not let him run into the darkness
go.
because he will definitely do that.
I kneel down. Is it failing?
Indra, I messed up really bad. I think he's a really nice guy. I stole all his jewelry, and I think that I don't know how to give this back to him. So here you go. And also, rings make magic recipes here, and I think that's common knowledge. Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, I have
Wait,
an idea.
what?
I have an idea.
Wait,
Okay.
you said he was nice, so you stole his stuff?
I didn't mean to. I broke it though, so we got to fix it and then put it back
have time
quickly.
to steal his stuff?
Okay. I think maybe what we do is we go straight to a temple and you say you found this jewelry box outside and you leave it with them.
There's no rings in there, right, Thalen?
I'm sorry.
There's no rings in there, right?
There were rings.
We should try.
There's rings. There's definitely rings in here.
Well, what if one of those is the recipe?
What happened when you put it on?
I just knew how to make shit. It was crazy.
Oh, okay. I put on all the rings.
That is.
You just did like the Matrix upload.
I'm just going to usher us into an alleyway as this is happening.
We go rifle through this cracked open jewelry box.
They are all just rings. They don't.
Do you
get any feeling.
Do you want to try the other stuff on and see? Maybe necklaces can do it too, or earrings, or
This
other
I
things.
play dress up.
Bracelets.
big opening in this case, because now we know that recipes are not what we thought they were, and there could have been a lot of things going on.
I'm gonna put on all the other stuff,
We need to watch for anybody wearing a ring.
or maybe something else. Let me try.
It's jewelry.
It's all jewelry. None of this makes me any smarter at anything.
I'm going to take it to a temple.
Well, that's probably a good idea now.
Excellent call, Deputy Andrea. Thank you very much for taking this off my hands. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Dalen, don't just steal stuff in the future.
If
it was-
When did you have time to do that?
It's
when I
one
was
thing if
pooping.
it's part of
I
a
thought you were
case
pooping
and
when
we're
you were
trying to
pooping.
do the right thing, but you definitely told me you thought he was a nice guy and then you stole from him.
Well, I thought maybe because rings are magic. I saw the rings in there. He seemed like a bad guy, but then he was really nice. And then I broke it, so now I got to fix it before I give it back. Otherwise, he'll know that I broke it, and that would be really bad for my reputation.
Between
Hmm.
the Gojin and Ninkalim, which temple had nicer vibes?
Sugotra.
Like nice person vibes.
Sugotra.
Okay.
I mean, Ninclem was just really small. Like,
So like were the people there extra warm?
I would
Who
say
was
they
the
were.
most welcoming to me?
I would say Ninclem was the
Okay.
nicest because again, they don't get people.
I'm going to Ninkalim.
You go up.
Do we? Sorry.
I'm taking this now.
Okay.
You're welcome to come.
She seems like she knows where she's going a little more this time, so let's
We gotta meet old Fira too pretty soon. So I'm thinking.
yeah, and we're kind of heading north anyway, so we can head over to where.
You pretty much you've been to this temple and you know where it's at. So it's pretty easy to get there. Pretty much just straight. You go Market Street north towards the north side of town, and you get to the Temple of Ninclim. And there's a couple people here and there, just kind of mulling around. No one really. You walk in and there's no one really that like greets you or anything because there's not that many people there, but there's people there.
I go to the first person who's in like robes or vestments or something.
Okay, yeah. I would say it's a young woman. Yes. Hello, welcome to the temple. Can I get you?
I found, someone brought me this box of jewelry that they found. They were afraid to bring it because they didn't want to be accused of stealing anything, and because I'm the person of the cloth. They gave it to me, and I wanted to drop it off with you, just in case anyone came looking for it.
Oh, thank you. Do you happen to know where it was found or where?
Somewhere on the south side of town. I'm not
Okay.
sure exactly where.
Okay. We'll find out where it goes. We'll ask around. Yeah, we'll talk with someone. Thank you for that.
Yeah. What was your name?
My name is
Hufflepuff.
Susie.
Clarabelle.
Wisma.
Thank you so much, Wisma. I just want to be clear.
Was Wisma a human?
Yeah, human.
The young man who brought it to me was really worried that something bad would happen.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, don't worry. We'll
Okay.
take care of it. I mean, lost and found, or we'll figure it out.
thank you so
Sure,
much.
it's not a big deal. It's jewelry.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I leave.
How did it go, Andrea?
They took it, and I think it's gonna be okay. And
The whole SWAT team comes around you.
I don't think that you have anything to worry about.
Oh, well, that's excellent news, Detective. Very good work, excellent cover, and we should now interview our main client.
Yeah, we need to make sure she can get into her house.
We need some answers. Because I have less answers and more questions than when we originally started this quest.
It's like we're all lost.
Like any good mystery.
So you go to Vera's house?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And and in this time, has she come home at all?
Yeah. What did you roll for your perception?
Oh, let me do it right quick. 6.
Okay. Tidrin didn't see her coming up, but Tidrin did hear the squeak of.
Oh, I apologize. 17. I forgot I was with advantage.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, I would say Tidrin knows like maybe about like 6:30 or so. Fear kind of comes from not where they're expecting, but kind of like from the side, and goes and is swinging on her swing.
Okay. So she come from outside the town or from?
No, just like from the north side, like not from the Market Street, but
Okay. All right. Well, guys, she's home, so we might as well go figure out why we have this key that doesn't open her door.
Sounds good. Is she inside?
She is, I believe. Yeah.
How?
Did she use a key to get in?
I thought we
she's
had the
not
key.
inside. She's out.
She's not inside. She's just.
No,
out in the
she's-
There's
house?
a swing that is out front of her house, like a swing.
Old lady
chair.
going on the swing
Not
set.
like a swing set, but like a
Nice.
swing chair.
It's like one of those.
Oh, like a porch
Yeah.
chair.
Yeah. And it goes like, "Ee, ee." It's really squeaky and there's
Okay.
chains. It's good.
So,
Let's go.
all right. So, we head over there, and when we get there, I'm gonna walk up because I'm so curious now. Like,
Oh, hello. How goes it?
hello, Fira.
It's
So
weird.
this key that you gave us doesn't open your door.
Did you try putting it in?
Yeah.
She puts her hand out and expectantly waits for you to put the key in her hand.
Okay. I give her the key.
She walks up to the door and she puts it in, turns it in, it opens.
Hmm.
Did we put it in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we tried it.
Okay.
Very strange.
Tim, just make a real quick perception check.
Okay. 14.
Yep, she opened the door with the key.
Are we inside her house?
Yeah, come on in. So you been
Why wouldn't the key have worked for us?
Like she like points you at the key, and she like takes it. It's big. It's like an old key, right? And key kind of looks like circle, long thing, piece
Yeah.
here. She
Like-
grabs it by the back end and the opposite way that you would have expected a key to go in.
No.
Lock, unlock.
Good woman, Thera.
Yes.
Are all keys in this town like that?
No, just mine.
Cool. Wonderful. That's all.
Can we come check out inside
Let's
since we
look
haven't had a chance to investigate your
around.
house until now?
What have you been doing all day?
We went and talked to Jix?
And did you get my?
No.
We feel underprepared for this mission.
We pretended to poop there, though.
We-
did.
Someone pooped there?
At Jix's?
We did poop.
I pooped. Twice.
We pooped a whole bunch.
Okay. I get
We didn't steal any
I
jewelry
don't
boxes.
know what to do with that. Come on in, I
So,
guess.
I have a question about this though.
What can I do for you?
Is your recipe a ring?
Yes, sir.
That might have been useful information prior to the beginning of this adventure.
Okay.
We're struggling a little.
Alistair,
Kind of feel like we're playing catch up.
it's a ring. You're looking for a ring. It looks
Thank
like
you.
this. And she like goes into her kitchen and like kind of goes in, walks in, opens up a very similar looking thing to like what Jix had. You probably haven't seen it before.
I didn't see that.
It's
So,
it's got like just slits for a bunch of
Okay.
different rings, and she pulls one out, and it looks like a standard ring. I mean,
okay. Then I have to ask a follow-up question. If we don't know the recipe, how will we know if we found your ring?
Jix had a whole bunch.
well, I mean, did you?
In a case just like
Okay, well, here.
one was for ice cream.
That's not my recipe.
Okay.
So how are we supposed to find your recipe if we don't know what it is?
Do we have to try on the ring to see what it is?
Yeah. Starts off with a spicier, cooler flan. It then moves into a secondary course, which is a little bit heavier. It's like a large egg tart, and then the end piece is finished off with a little bit of coffee, caramel, ice cream with a drizzle of chocolate on top, all made from scratch. So if you put it on and you know how to make that, that's my recipe. Otherwise, it's a gold ring. It's got 3 jewels in it, different colors. It's got a garnet, an emerald, and a sapphire.
Would I have any chance to remember a ring looking like that from Jix's collection?
I guess you probably didn't see it.
Okay. Well, good women, not Jix, Fira.
Yeah.
This is excellent information to have now. I have another question for you.
Yes, young one.
Uncle Jix indicated that he sometimes in your house.
Yes, he takes care of me.
What time of day does he typically visit you?
Right about now, usually, actually.
Oh, okay. Good to know. And also, do you have a ball?
A ball?
Oh, sorry, never mind. Good woman, Fira. Do you think he stole it when he was taking care of you?
It's very possible. I mean, we usually hang out. I don't think I saw him going into my room in the last week, so I doubt it.
Would he have any other opportunity to take it?
Not that I can think of.
Can you show us where you keep it?
Yes, come in, and she brings you in. She's got like a little armoire. armoire. I don't know how to say it. And it's got like a bunch of different like things in different drawers and completely empty with one box. And she opens the box up and it's got one slot for a ring and the ring's gone. She did some like deft hand movements to open this thing because it's not like it was kind of like locked. So she opened it up, but. So, did you find any of the green grunge around town?
We know where they are staying, but beyond that, we don't have much of a grasp on what we would do when we found them.
We would say we're still working on it.
Yeah.
I would say that the evening has been more enlightening than the daytime was for us today.
Well, I guess that's a step in the right direction. Thalen, what have you done so far?
We've investigated a multitude of leads, one of which will lead us to a certain shady establishment in town, and we've also followed up on the primary suspect. We now know where he keeps his recipes and have a strong description of that recipe. It's also very important that you say that a child visited you to get his ball back this evening.
Okay.
If anybody asks.
Noted.
Deputies, did I miss anything important? Oh, I got this really great hat. Excellent disguise. How local do I look?
Looks nice.
Does it seem like Fira like genuinely believes Jix took the recipe, or she's just kind of like, I don't know, it's probably him.
You can roll insight.
9.
Honestly, I think you probably don't get much. You just kind of get a natural feel. Really wants, like, you all to succeed.
Good woman Fira, would you describe Uncle Jix as a cruel man?
Oh, he's he seems like a sad young man.
How is it that he's your uncle, but he's younger than you?
He's an uncle twice removed from young mom had a kid and then had a kid at a much later age, and just the age is kind of tweaked out. But
Do you have any other family members in this city?
not in Sundabar, no.
Okay.
Is there anything else that might be pertinent information to our investigation that you'd like to share with us now? Like a backwards key, for instance, or a ring.
Well, I was
at
at the market. Actually, was trying to figure out where the ruffians were.
When were you at the market? We went looking for you.
Well, I had gone in there in the morning right after I talked with you all. I went straight there, and when I talked to people there, I had gotten a tip to go out east outside of the city, and that the ruffians had been spending their time near a creek on the east side outside of the city, and I went to go look for them to see if they had my ring.
How'd that go?
There was no one there, but I feel like they probably were there at some point.
Interesting, interesting.
We could definitely go and check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's clear that there's a criminal mastermind behind this thievery. It'll take some time to figure out. You wouldn't happen to know any juicy gossip in town, would you?
I know there's a young man that works in the market. He travels up and down the Royal River with goods, and he is one of those people that takes from the rich and gives to the poor. And, there's a that is trying to run away with another person's son. There's like the north and the south from the town. They don't necessarily get along. I mean, the second best inn is like the place where all the people from the north go, and the Buffalo Bar is where the people from the south go, and they don't necessarily always get along. But then there's like this little young woman and this young man, and I think that they're going to run away together to the.
Well, that's something to keep in mind. Real quick, just who was it that you said was trying to elope?
It was the Rickerson's daughter and the Oh, what was it now? It was someone from the south side. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember the gentleman's last name, but I know it was the Rickerson's daughter and someone from the south. Hmm.
That's fine. I think we can work with that.
Okay.
This is just going to help my sort of background profile of the happenings in town and help me narrow investigation.
I don't know about you, but Thalen, Mr. Detective, sir, might be good for us to follow up on the leads that this here Lady Fira has found and search the ruffians on the outside of town.
I agree, Deputy, and I believe it's on the way.
Back
Right.
to the inn for the evening, or should we check out that river?
I kind of want to check the river out,
It's
but
a little bit dark, or a lot dark.
I suppose.
I don't think that going in the dark is good.
Fair enough. We could do it in the morning.
As you go, I guess, back to the second best inn.
Mhm.
Was that on the north side of town or the south side of town?
Second best is north. Buffalo Bars south.
Rumors still, bright pink letters, neon lit up still, door open. And you see that the second best inn is actually crowded this evening, and to that there's quite a bit of people. There's people standing outside and like drinking and eating, and it's loud, and people are happy. And again, overall, it's getting colder as the sun. Still like it's like the feeling when you walk into the second best inn. It's like the feeling when you wake up in the morning, you have a weekend day where you have nothing to do, and you just pull out like a hot chocolate and a blanket, and you sit down to watch a cartoon. And like that's the feeling you get as you walk into the second best inn, and you see familiar faces like Leela walking around and tending to all of the people that are. She's like bustling around, like rustling and going and doing her thing. You got the head of the bar, doing his bartending thing. People walking around, and you get a good feeling that you are really close to breaking it, and it's gonna be a good day tomorrow to break this detective investigation and finish up and understand what's going on. That's gonna solve all your problems, and that's where we'll wrap up today.
So peaceful.
Man, this town is weird.